perhaps the most clear-headed, articulate finance law professors in the nation, the Chief of Staff of the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Chair of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. But it is also a solemn time because I believe that when the Ron Chernow or the Steven Spielberg or the Lin-Manuel Miranda of 200 years from now writes or does a musical about this president, they may well take a deep dive into this hearing, because what's going on is the greatest corruption in presidential history. George Washington alerted his stepson to buy the very land that we're on before he designated it as the nation's capital. President Lincoln apparently sold sinecures to secure the 13th Amendment. My source for that is Steven Spielberg. And President Obama wore a brown suit. Now, these are definitely things to be concerned about, but the Trump corruption is just beyond any of that. Now, I was the head of investigation for the Senate Banking Committee, but it does not take anything but somebody watching social media to see these corruptions. I personally believe I witnessed a federal crime on May 22nd when I stood outside the Trump golf course and watched the co-conspirators in. Now, they weren't wearing ski masks, but they were identifiable because they had tuxedos on. And these are people that paid a collective $148 million for the favor of being with the president, as the ranking member has so articulately put it. Now, what are these schemes? Again, just look at social media. There's at least 3 violations at stake here. One is that the president may receive gifts, news to me, that he may receive gifts, but he cannot solicit gifts. And that's what I believe he is doing when he sells the Trump meme. And again, he's not offering you anything. He says this is not an investment. His Securities and Exchange Commission put out guidance saying this is without value. So basically he's saying, give me money. I want money. Second, the president can't get an emolument. He can't get a gift from a foreign king or prince or a government. And he's doing that. It's many examples, but the $2 billion stable coin is just one of them. And you can't sell favors. You can't say, give me money and I'll host you at a dinner. Or you might be under investigation by the SEC, but if you give me $30, $50 million, I'll terminate that. So you can't do any of that. Now, I appreciate that Pam Bondi and the Office of Government Ethics are not returning our letters where we've asked for an investigation, but there is something that you can physically do beyond this hearing, and that is you can ask the GAO to determine that his Trump meme promotion is a solicitation of a gift, and that in turn helps the next responsible administration with an independent Department of Justice and Attorney General to lay the groundwork for a successful prosecution. He is not immune from this. This is not an official act. He has helpfully told us that. His press secretary has said his meme gala was on his personal time. So again, I would urge that this committee ask for the GAO report, and finally, and most importantly, no responsible member of Congress can vote on a bill that legitimizes or advances stablecoins or other cryptocurrencies while we are witnessing the greatest corruption in presidential history. Thank you.